and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, feel free to contact me, 339-1670 or 238-6716. Those of you who have properties to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact me. Remember, one of my new businesses that I recently opened, Real Talk Security Debt Collection Department. If someone is owing you cash and you have an agreement with them and they fail to pay you, get in touch with me, 339-1670 or 238-6716. Now viewers, I am giving you this time to call your friends, call your family, let them know Real Talk is going live on Synergy TV. Remember, we are also being viewed on Direct TV. So those of your friends and family who do not have cable can view us on Direct TV also. I want to say a special good night to those of you on our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Like and share as we go live. Those of you on YouTube, TT Real Talk. And I always say thank you for making us the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago and to continue supporting us. Now remember, this program is for you, the viewers. There are no other program like this in Trinidad and Tobago that give you the opportunity to call in, voice your concern, voice your frustration about things that are happening in your area. We did it just for you. So viewers, I will be with you right after this break.
These days, it's easy to buy USA products online, but it's hard to get them delivered around the globe due to high shipping costs and custom regulations. At B&H Tropicals Limited, we give you access to thousands of USA stores and unlimited possibilities. B&H is there to make shipping from the US easy and affordable, with rates going at US $2.75, only TT $18.98 per pound. No credit cards needed. Start shipping with B&H Tropicals today. For more information, visit www.bhtropicals.com and become a free member or call 1-868-672-8819. Only our paid members will have free delivery. At B&H Tropicals Limited, we've got all your shipping needs covered.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call 1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670. Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back, viewers. Viewers, it is Thursday, the 24th of October, 2019 in Trinidad and Tobago, and the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Saieed Ali, celebrated his 70th birthday today. So, it is with pleasure, I must say, from Real Talk Studio, to the Honorable Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, we do want to wish you a happy birthday. It would be bad of me, and it will also be unprecedented for Real Talk not to wish our Prime Minister a happy birthday. So, to the leader of the PNM administration, I hope you enjoy your night soon. As we move on, viewers, former Port of Spain Mayor Louis Leasing has promised to rid the capital city of thousands of unsanitary latrine pit. He made this announcement as he unveiled the Port of Spain People's Movement, that is the PPM. Leasing believes that there are thousands of people in Port of Spain who won't vote for either the PNM or the UNC. And he applauded, not applaud, but appeal to the frustrated voters to put their faith in his movement. Now, viewers, feel free to call in 238-6716. Drop in your comments. Let the viewers of Real Talk Local and Regional hear what you have to say. Now, Mr. Lee Singh, he is hoping to unseat the PNM from its decade-long grid on the capital city in the December 2nd local government election. So to you, my friend, I wish you and your party all the best. Now, viewers, Opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa has questioned whether the proposed transaction between the PNM administration and Patriotic Energies and Technology Company Limited Refinery from government with a bid of 700 million US, that is 4.76 billion TT. In a release on Wednesday, opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisesa, the opposition is urging a former worker of the refinery to stay strong. To stay strong. Many of them who have even called in on our show was saying that some end up bankruptcy, some end up losing homes, some end up losing their wives. One or two of them committed suicide. We read about that. I brought it to you. So, what do you think? Is this a sham that is taking place? Is this to save the neck of the Prime Minister? You tell me. She also noted that the UNC will reopen the refinery and get Trinidad and Tobago working again. Now, viewers, I just always say, when you're judging a company, judge based on performance. If you have to say something about somebody, base it on performance of that individual. And I am definitely sure that the viewers of Real Talk could judge Real Talk as the only show on television or on cable, on direct TV. It is the only show that gives the viewers the opportunity to voice their concern. And it is the only show where the host can push for something and get it done in Trinidad, even in Tobago. So I know many of you could judge Real Talk by that. So, is it a sham? Is it to save the PM's neck? I just want to hear from you on this because, according to the former Prime Minister, members of the refinery, workers of the refinery, are calling on her to stand up and defend the workers of the refinery who were sent home. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yeah. Roger Bolenwood, Jennifer Baptiste never do nothing for the workers and them. Roger betrayed the petrolchemical workers, Saieed. That man have belly to come and talk on TV and say that, no? Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. Now, the refinery belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It belongs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, it is being managed by the state. You know, it was a sad thing when they closed down something like the refinery in a country, you know. It's a sad thing, you know. It shows that you do not care. You could damage the oil sector and no one can tell you anything, you know. That is what took place. It's like when they closed down Caroni, it was the sugar belt. It was the sugar belt of Trinidad and Tobago. You shut it down. Who felt the pinch? Up to now, ex-Caroni workers, some of them are still waiting on salaries that is due to them. So imagine that. Now that the refinery is down, it's another damage to the country. It is another damage. So what are we doing? Just standing by and let it go down the drain? Next thing you know, T&Tech up for sale, Wassa up for sale. Eh? State enterprise. So what do we do from there? So what about if we get up tomorrow morning now and we hear that the present administration wants to sell T&Tech or Wassa? What do we do? Look what happened with TSTT. Look what happened to it. This is Trinidad and Tobago. And I just say, we live in a country where anything is possible. Because when we talk out, they want to muzzle us. They want to muzzle us. So you tell me, is the councillor faithful enough to stay another 3 years in your constituents? Think about it. You see what I'm bringing to you? I'm bringing things to open your eyes. Things for you to remember what took place in Trinidad. For the last 10 years, in Trinidad, from what year to what year have we seen production in Trinidad? Now I am asking you to judge based on performance. You wouldn't keep someone who is not performing. Call good night. So think about what you are doing when election comes around, when voting time comes around. Remember there are many individuals who will come to you and promise X, Y, and Z. But it's up to you, the people. You see, when election comes around, they need you. Whatever party is going into power, they need your votes. Every single individual counts. And until now, when they sit down on the big black chair, they don't need you anymore. They could do what they want. You see, I'm not blaming party tonight, you know. I'm not blaming party tonight. Because it is a reality that takes place in Trinidad and probably in other countries too. Call good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Responding to the question that you asked just now, if the councillor should remain. Well, we don't even know who is our councillor in Party Street, Lavender. So I doubt that, it's not a person, so it doesn't make sense if the person says if they are a person or not.
So you haven't known the councillor for the Paget area?
Party Lavender, no. We don't know the person at all. I think it's some kind of Griffith or something like that, I'm not sure.
So you have never seen him for the last 3 years?
It's a female, no.
Wow.
Never ever. No. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Viewers, if this is going on in your area, feel free to call in and say. Because you see, this is the people who took the oath to represent you. And if you are not seeing them in your area, which means something is definitely wrong. You see, I want to get something very clear. Because I know there are other media houses who are locked on to Real Talk and listening. But let me make it clear, I am not labeling anyone. You see, just how you expect TSTT to perform, just how you expect Wassa to perform, just how you expect T&Tech to perform, just how you expect the police officers to perform, just so you need your councillors to perform in your area. And when it goes wrong, nobody wants to take blame. But Real Talk is here to let you know what is going on in your constituency with members who are supposed to be representing your community and they are not doing their job. This is the platform to call in and let them know, well, hey, you are embarrassment to our area. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Ali, do you know that the opposition leader is Kamala? She wants to bring back Anil Robert to fight the next general election. Well, I believe any time you do that is the biggest mistake in life. Because PNM going to win the election. Because people only waiting in time to do that. Like the NRC. I believe that to maybe upset by some doctor to test Sheena. If she writes it, she will. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. You see, there have to be some sort of show, there have to be some sort of individual who would stand up and let the public know, well, hey, John Doe is not doing his work. There have to be some sort of responsibility. There have to be some kind of accountability. You see, without this, nobody will know, well, hey, John Doe down in the West, everybody's saying he's a good person, but to the villagers down in the West or down in the East, John Doe is not performing. And every time you call John Doe, you can't get on to him. When you go in office, John Doe not there. You see, somebody have to raise the issue that hold these people that hold in that position accountable. Why have not the Darrell Smith report been released to the public? Why? You want to know why I'm touching on it? Because when election comes around, it's individual coming to you. You see, when that individual was represented in a party, he offered himself up. And you gave him the chance. Now something happened to him, and all of a sudden now, the reports can't be revealed into the public domain. Why? What causing that? What causing the kickback? What is causing the kickback? Because come general election, if the same individual present himself before you, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do? So if he was placed into the public, placed himself into the public domain and offered himself up, now something happened to him while he was servicing the people, and all of a sudden, it can't go public. You see, somebody needs to highlight these things. Somebody needs to highlight these things. Because you just can't hold an authority and something happened to you. When something's happened, TTPS have a right to investigate and they release it to the public. It doesn't matter who they are. So an investigation is taking place with Mr. Smith and all of a sudden it can't be released. Who is protecting this individual? And is that individual free to come up and participate in an election again? I'm asking a question. People would say, oh, it's a private matter. But the thing is, as long as you're holding a portfolio and you service to the people, it doesn't become a private matter anymore because you offered up yourself to the people and they gave you a chance. And what you did? Everybody know what I'm talking about. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yes, I must compliment you on your suit. I love it.
Thank
and
you.
I must say you're looking very professional.
Thank you, my dear. Also in the news, the UNC deputy political leader, David Lee, indicated to the media that talks with the Election and Boundaries Commission, EBC, were very frank and fruitful. This statement comes 1 week after the UNC raised some issues in terms of the process on election day. Deputy leader of the UNC, David Lee, indicated that though these talks with the EBC, the UNC will seek assurance that the rights of the party and its supporters are being looked at carefully. Although David Lee did not go into details as to what discussion he had with the EBC, he noted that the UNC will continue to engage with them with issues and party may have. So, according to David Lee, it was very fruitful. Whatever discussion they had, it was successful, and him together with the UNC, they are going to make sure that the EBC does the right thing come local or general election. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed.
My brother.
Saeed, I like how you're talking there. What I want to talking about, I want to bring back their anti-robbers. What anti-robbers do? Look what we bring back, look at that big pattern over there dead, and they bring back there with the fight election. We don't want the UNC and them, boy. And then after come back, boy, there's the most of the UNC. That man who talking, you know, he say, why don't show out? We bring back Marlene McDonald, we bring back all of them who are all kind of charge. And then people don't say nothing. Only you UNC people, well, look, Saeed, I'm going for a concert.
Thank you, my friend. Less than 24 hours after the newly opened temporary section of the road at Mosquito Creek, drivers are asking the Works and Transport Minister Rohan Sinanan as to where the shoulder is. Very good question. So in case you got a flat tire now, or you get a blowout on that road, where would you park to change your tire? Very good question. The Minister of Works and Transport opened the elevated segment on Wednesday as works continue on the San Fernando to Point Fortin Highway project, which began in 2011 under the People's Partnership government. The Minister of Works and Transport is, however, reminding the traveling public that the change is temporary and is seeking citizens to bear with the ministry. You open a road temporary, but keep in mind, it's vehicles with tire. Sometimes you might be carrying for those of you who are traveling in taxis from Point to San Fernando, you might be a sick individual in a vehicle and you might get upset. And you may want to vomit. So you must need some part of the highway to pull aside. That is common sense. It is common sense. Any contractor, any minister, any engineer would tell you that. They would tell you that. You need a space to park in case anything happens. And look where. According to Rohan Sinanan, it cost the government around 280 million on that project. And they are hoping to finish that project hopefully next year. Well, let's just hope that no truck tire ain't blowout. Let's just hope that when sick are being transported to and from, that they do not want to vomit. Let's just hope these things don't happen, even though it's temporary. You see, when you hear building something temporary or you're opening something temporary, you have to look right around the circle, you know. And the taxi drivers have a right to raise this issue with the ministry or with the minister, even the engineers. Caller, good night. Hello?
Oh, Lord.
Thank you for calling anyway. At least they get through. Caller, good night.
68.
Hello?
I'll call you back.
I like that. Hey, viewers. I would love this, Listen to this. You see, this is why Real Talk has pushed things, Even though it happened yesterday, I will come today and highlight back the issue, Listen to this. One day after Real Talk aired a story with Prakash Ramada asking for a full investigation into claims made by Prime Minister that he and the Attorney General Faraz Al-Rawi were the subject to an alleged assassination plot, the Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, responded. Hear this, In speaking with the media on Thursday, Top Cop Gary indicated that he cannot disclose which branch of the police was assigned to investigate. However, he said investigations were continuing. He also stated that while the alleged plot was 5 years ago, before he became commissioner, investigators were following up on it. So 5 years now. Okay, let's not blame the commissioner, because he newly became the commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago. So 5 years before that, the commissioner who it had before that, what were he doing? You will take me 5 years it take to hold an individual with conspiracy to murder. It have a killer. It have a killer. Went to the government official, and from the government official, they went to the police. Keep in mind, the killer who was hired. So now the killer couldn't say who financed him. So the government official would know the killer. The government official would also know who financed the killer, and from the government official now, they went and talked to the officers of TTPS, and nothing happened after 5 years. So that is what I keep saying. Since Monday, we have a financer to a killer, and a killer on the loose in Trinidad. And 5 years now, nobody did nothing. No special branch, no assistant commissioner, no commissioner, no DP, nothing. Nothing came out of it. Why? Somebody say something. Some police officer and authority call in and say something. Some lawyer, some judge, somebody call and say something. Is this not madness? You tell me. A killer went to a government official to tell him, I was hired to kill John Doe. And nobody did nothing? 5 years now, according to the Commissioner of Police, and nobody did nothing? So how much follow-up do they have to do to get the killer and to get the financer? How much? When the killer becomes a witness and tell the government official, I was hired by so-and-so to kill so-and-so. What you want again? What you want again? Now, when you hear someone see a murder in Trinidad and they don't come forward, you just say the witness don't want to come forward. True? But here we have a killer now. Let me tell you something. I'll be hitting this very hard, because the killer came up and made himself a witness. So you're going to the government official, you're going to the police, and police say, holy man. Because we ain't hearing nothing about it again. And the finance are free to finance another killer. How you call that? Pep talk? That ain't no pep talk, That is real talk. That is real talk. So according to the commissioner, Investigators were following it up, and I, Saieed Ali, with Real Talk, are also following it up. So we're following it up. My intelligence unit, we're following it up. I tell you, this thing happening, none of this on bowl, just so you know. Viewers, stay locked on. We are going for a commercial break, and we will be right back after this.
These days, it's easy to buy USA products online, but it's hard to get them delivered around the globe due to high shipping costs and custom regulations. At B&H Tropicals Limited, we give you access to thousands of USA stores and unlimited possibilities. B&H is there to make shipping from the US easy and affordable, with rates going at US $2.75, only TT $18.98 per pound. No credit cards needed. Start shipping with B&H Tropicals today. For more information, visit www.bhtropicals.com and become a free member, or call 1-868-672-8819. Only our paid members will have free delivery. At B&H Tropicals Limited, we've got all your shipping needs covered.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call
1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on youtube.com and TT Real Talk on facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back, viewers. Now you all will love this one. Guys, why the echo? You all will love this one. 8 AR-15 rifle were discovered during an anti-crime exercise in the Four Road district by officers of the Western Division on Thursday afternoon. Now, reports indicated that during the exercise, officers acted on intelligence. You see how important intelligence is, viewers? You see how important? Acting on intelligence, and proceeded to conduct a search of a forested area in the Diego Martin district. 8 AR-15 rifle were discovered. So now, viewers, when we have things like this on the streets, come back to me, guys. I want them to see my expression. When you have firepower like this on the streets, and you hear a man commit a robbery, and police hold him. When you commit a robbery with grievous assault and assault to do body harm, and you hear they go before the magistrate, and you hear the magistrate give them bail when they don't batter somebody in a robbery. Now they come back out to do robbery again. You understand? So they could go back and buy another AR high-powered rifle and come back out on the street to commit more aggression, more body harm, willfully. This is the reason why I sat down and I think, how the hell do we get the guns off the streets? How do we set an example in Trinidad? How can the neighboring countries follow? Hey, talking about that. I think in St. Lucia, they're pushing to pass the child sex offender registry bill because I keep in touch with an individual from St. Lucia. I told you all I was big before I reached on television. Just after we Real Talk push for child sex offender registry bill up and running, St. Lucia, they are following in the footsteps. I wonder if they're going to hire me to come up St. Lucia to get the bill passed for them. Keep in mind, I am not an ordinary man, you know. Keep in mind. So St. Lucia is following in the footsteps of Trinidad in getting the child sex offender bill up and running in their country because I keep in touch with people of society, people in high places. That is how I knew that. So coming back now to the gun now, the AR-15 rifle, it is a serious high-powered firearm. How do we get individuals with this off the streets permanently? By making sure we have a no bail for a repeat offender of a firearm. Yeah. If they catch you one time and you say, well, you know, you're not the police set me up, just saying something, and you get your bail, all right, you have your time to prove you're innocent or guilty, and you come back out now and they catch you with the next one, but that's just second offense. If the police set you up the first time, or some individual set you up the first time, what happened to the second time? How did you get that? Where did you get that? How much did you pay for it? And carry me by the individual, where you get that from? So hence the reason why I stood. How do we get the guns off the street? How do we get the individuals off the streets? You know what? If they catch you with a firearm for the second time, which means you love firearm. And it is illegal, so you love the firearm more than the law. So hence the reason why I hatched a plan. And I pushed for no bail. So now you all will understand. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Said.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, all the people they're holding on to all kind of thing, right? And carrying them in jail. How they using tax money and they're just facing out all the tax money behind them, boy? Or is all the tax money? So what taking place is that way people they fall out for the tax. They can't get the tax money. You know?
Thank you, my friend. I'm going to tell you something. One of these days, we go be tax until we dead. We go dead with tax. Because everything is a tax and a tax and a tax and a... Just now we go sing a tax song. Hey, but hear this now. I would like if they come and invest some of that tax money in Real Talk, you know. I'm telling you. Me ashamed to say. If they come and decide, well, you know, we're going to invest all the money in Real Talk because I find you're doing a good job and the people like you and you could get things done. Yeah, come make that investment now. And then you're going to see how the ball is roll. I brave, you know. Nobody can cover my mouth, you know. Unless God says, Saeed, it's time for you to come home. Well, I hope in live 100 doing the same thing I'm doing now. And let's pray for that. Caller, good night.
Hey, good night.
Go right ahead, my friend. Echo.
My contribution to this program is just to say, they have plenty law, but they have no justice.
I intend to change some of the laws in Trinidad and Tobago, and don't doubt me, I will do it. Don't doubt me. When last I hear a guy on a TV show push for something and get it passed? Eh? Will I ever see that happening? How much decade? Or in how much people lifespan? Will you never see that? I'll only see it in Real Talk. Yeah? And I'm launching an intelligent unit now to make sure other legislations and bills come forth in the parliament. I just study about this and that and the next thing. I intend to fix Trinidad. What channel do you see? Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed. An intelligent unit is intelligent people.
That's right.
I think we don't have intelligent people in parliament. A lot of them are incompetent. I mean to say the way they perform, and particularly on the government side, look at that debate, the Standing Finance Committee, they were most of the government
ministers were pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
I want to address something more serious. I saw on one of the crime shows today, lots of AR rifles. Oh my gosh. You see why Crime Stoppers had to put a 1 million reward on the assassin for the Prime Minister and the AG?
Mm-hmm.
They had to put that now because we can't say the man lying. I know he lied already. You remember the 2013? So we are just assuming he's telling the truth for one.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to give $1 million reward so a lot of his colleagues could collect. I go and have a nice day.
But don't worry, caller. We will keep track of it. We will keep track of it. Let me tell you something. It have people in high places. There's one to know, Saeed, how you just get your information. Let me tell you something. It has come back to my ear. Because that's a spirit, man, you know. And if I send a spirit to hear what you're talking about, I will hear everything, you know. That's why I just come here, bold and brave. Well, they want to come inside, come, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Because if I ain't Sando, and all are coming from Port of Spain, I hope all make it through the whole highway. That is what I hope for. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Sir Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Great program, brother. An exciting and interesting program, brother. You are the #1 current affairs program in the Caribbean, this country and the
Facts you're
Caribbean.
getting.
But we must not forget the biggest and most notorious gang in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Port of Spain at a building called the Parliament Building under the disguise to conduct business for the citizens of this country. It's a big fraud and lie. They go to conduct their own business for their own interests. Look at Petrotrain, what happened with Petrotrain, a whole big bubble and corruption. And it's good you fight for your legislation, brother, the anti-gang legislation and so on, but it is not working else. That man who make the statement about people want to kill and paying money, he should be arrested and the whole gang of them should be arrested. Because they are all bunch of gang members. Because a gang means a bunch of people come together, get together to conduct criminal activities, and that is what you're seeing in this country. Look at what they did in Petrotrain. Nobody can know what is happening. Petrotrain belongs to the citizens of this country, no,
That's
brother.
right.
And you highlighting that on this program.
Yes.
Citizens get proactive. Look at what the great job this man is doing, Mr. Saieed Ali. Citizens get interested or get proactive on what is happening with this country. This government destroyed this country. We have to take it back, brother.
Thank you, my friend. Keep in mind, a administration, a minister, a prime minister is saying we will not close down Petrotrain, and this is the same man, organization that shut it down. What did Espinay say? What did he say? All go in, all go in, all go in. Don't call me wee hours in the morning and ask me how much go in. All go in. Because I said refinery Petrotrain not profitable. But find out how much profit did the newly launched petroleum company made, and find out how much tax break they get under the short hulk. Who's the short hulk? Who said there's the short hulk? Eh? Not me, I didn't say that. It comes from the mouth of the finance minister. So think about that. When all of decide to launch at Real Talk, think about the facts that are bringing to all the people. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Sadiq.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Mr. Sadiq, you're looking nice up, like you're going to get married. Oh, gosh. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I ain't going to get married, you know. Because if I say I'm going to get married when I reach home, somebody might have to come and bury me tomorrow. As we move on tonight, an Arima Maxi taxi driver escaped being kidnapped where she flagged down police officers while being held against her will inside of her own maxi taxi in Sandy Grande on Wednesday afternoon. Reports indicate that the woman was working in Arima at around 4:30 p.m. when a man pretending to be a passenger got in. When they reached Cleaver Road, he threatened her and made her hand over the keys. He drove the maxi towards Sandy Grande and ordered her to sit beside him. As they drove along Toko Road, the woman saw two police officers at the side of the road, lowered the window and called out for help. The kidnapper was then held by police after he tried to escape the scene. Talking about that. Listen to this. For police officers who love to drive reckless, this is for all you. I was going down Barapore this evening around 2:30, 25 to 3. I was going in Barapore to film an ad for a businessman. Listen carefully, eh? This happened in the Monkey Tongue area, but you're coming off the Golconda Road and you're coming down to the Monkey Tongue area. Now, there's a temple in that area, and I was going down a hill. I had staff members with me. I was going down a hill, so I overtook a car going down a hill, and a police vehicle with 4 police officers in it. Let me tell you something, I was very cautious on the road, you know. 4 officers in a marked police vehicle. You know the blue X-Trail, the white X-Trail with the blue stripes that indicate police? They overtook a vehicle around a corner and head straight up to me. I had to throw my van off the road in order to save myself and staff members. Now, it happened around 2:30, 25 to 3. I don't know if they came from the Barapore police station, or I did not know if they came from the Debe police post and was heading way. One thing I want to say. If my staff members, let me tell you something, I stupid when I ready, you know. If my staff members wasn't in my Ford Ranger 4x4, I would have run straight into that police jeep. And then I wanted to see what those careless and slack officers would have done to me. I tell you, real reckless driving. A marked police vehicle, you overtake wrong a corner, and when you ending up in front of my 4x4 face to face on my side of the road, I had to throw my van off the road in order to save myself and workers. Boy, thank God. All you have to say, officers from that vehicle at that point in time. Let me tell you something. I'm not making a threat, you know. But you could have killed me and workers with your careless driving. God is not what He's doing, you know. Take what I tell you now. If I alone was in that van, I would have run straight into all you. Take what I tell you now. Because you was on my side and you overtake wrong a corner and you end up in front of me. I stupid when I ready, you know. As long as my insurance functioning, I stupid when I ready, you know. So the officers who was in that vehicle, those 4 officers, I didn't know if you left from Barapore police station or the Debe police post and passing through that road. So the sergeant or whoever runs the Barapore station or the Debe police post find out which 4 officers was using that road. Because I ain't afraid to highlight it, and I ain't afraid all that, because they could have killed me and workers. I wouldn't say God was on my side, you know. I wouldn't say that. I would say God was on all your side. Because all I have no idea the kind of stupid fool all about. Moving on, viewers. In Tobago recorded its 9th murder on Thursday morning as Dean O'Neill was shot and killed while sitting in his car. Reports indicate that Mr. O'Neill sustained gunshot wound to his chest. Officers attached to Tobago told the media that they are concerned over the increase of murder in Tobago. Don't worry, Real Talk. Intelligence launching soon. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yes, Saeed, what's going on with the NIS board, boy? I know people full out for the NIS, sick and all kind of full out for the NIS. Over a year, 6 months, you have some people 3 months and all kind of things. And NIS people, like, they want to pay the people, them, boy. Yeah, you come like them robbing them. The NIS board total robbing.
Hey, but here is not caller. I think it's NIS or NIB. Did they lose 10 billion or something and they couldn't give account for it?
Yeah, because
you remember that?
They keep it out themselves, yeah. They keep it out themselves.
Yes. Don't worry, one of these days I'm going to start to highlight that NIS thing. Because according to my director, I think it's 3 months. They're supposed to pay NIS in 3 months or BIR or something like that, right? In 3 months. Because we called the NIS on behalf of an old woman. And we made a request on the woman, and on the other end of the phone, an officer of NIS told us that in 3 months' time, the form is totally filled out and complete. So how come it's taking years now to get NIS? Caller, thank you for highlighting the matter. After speeding, only part of a 1 day on TT soil, after spending, not speeding, spending. After spending only one part of the day in Trinidad soil, 17 out of 18 Venezuelans were returned to their homeland by Coast Guard, escorted them back to their country. Well done. Well done. This is what we want. This is what we want. So to the Coast Guard officers who made that trip possible, congratulations to you all. I wish you all could call in, or I wish the Coast Guard could send their names so I could highlight the good work that these officers did on national television. Out of the 18, one child who was among the 18 Venezuelans stormed Trinidad waters were allowed to remain in Trinidad with her mother, who is a registered Venezuelan. So she is protected by the law because of registration, and she was allowed to stay. Oh, keep this in mind, viewers. Animal abuse is rampant in Trinidad and Tobago, and police service needs to intervene. This is the view expressed by a group of animals are human too. Trinidad and Tobago, the Commissioner of Police met with an animal group on Thursday, and in response, Mr. Griffith assigned 2 officers in each of the 9 policing divisions to assist all animal welfare organizations in investigating and enforcing laws where indicate of animal abuse or cruelty discovered. I want to thank the Commissioner of Police publicly for making such a bold step, because animals, they have life, they eat, they breed. How many of you who have animals mining would gladly join an animal group? I would, because my son have a cat mining. He calls him Kitty, and he's in love with him. Because that cat is be all on the couch, even on the bed, lying down, cuddling up with my son. I and my wife got so attached to it. So thanks to the Commissioner of Police for making this move, and I know a lot of people will be prosecuted. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
I don't know if you could throw yourself back with this set of ammunition you showed there just now. If you could throw yourself back to 2007, when the PNM won the election, you remember certain names was alias names like the institution man, like LA, the man on the wall. Remember that when they get weapons from Venezuela and the LA vehicle brought them inland. Now, when Patrick won the election, listen carefully here.
Yes.
You remember Mark Guerra? Mark Guerra was standing next to him and he said, if UNC had won the election, blood would have shared Central. Is this gun something in the making side? Because when you get guns like this and ammunition, it's usually you find drugs with auto protect a tooth, but
Cole, are you there? I guess we lost that. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But remember, it's Fire Friday tomorrow. We still have 2 minutes. It's Fire Friday tomorrow. Get ready to call in, voice the concern in your area. And I want to hear, is the gun bill working for you? Now that we have pushed it and it is up and running, let me hear what you have to say. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Hi. What if it was not you driving that vehicle? Let's say it was an inexperienced driver with kids in the car. What would have happened? Shame on those police officers. Shame.
Thank you, caller. Let me tell you something. The only thing I didn't do, because I was so into saving my staff members, I didn't take the license plate of the police vehicle. That is the only thing I didn't do. I tell you, God was on all your side, you know. Take what I telling earlier, you know. God was on all your side, you know. Because if you could overtake a car around a corner, end up in front of me, coming down a hill, boy, God really was with you, you know. Because when God created me, in me it have nothing like fear, you know. Because when God decided to create Saeed, a person to do spiritual work on the face of the earth to help people, he didn't put fear into me, you know. He did not put fear into me, you know. The only thing I didn't do was take the number plate of the vehicle. Just imagine, I had to throw off the road to save my staff members. Me alone was in the vehicle. Yeah, not like saving. I run it straight into you because of the idiotic driving. Viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight. I think it's about 30 or 20 seconds. Remember, a rerun of this program is at tomorrow at 10 a.m. I will be right back with you. It's Fire Friday tomorrow. So get in gears to call in and let the people know what is taking place in your area. Viewers, I want to see how much businessmen is going to support Real Talk Intelligence. I need a new van. Anybody willing to contribute to Real Talk? Be safe. Enjoy your night.